Hey guys, so tonight I'm making, I like to call them the In-N-Out Copycat Flying Dutchman style. I don't do the animal style or anything, just like, it's basically just thin burgers with sauteed onions and ketchup, and I like pickles, whatever you want to put on yours, but I get questions on how I make it, so figured I would just show you guys. So the first thing that I do is, I have some butternut squash for a side. I just chop it into cubes, and I'll show you how I air fry that. I just get some onion and chop it into like little slices, and then I have my pan over here. I'm gonna turn on to like medium high, and I already sprayed some Pam on there, and I'm going to get my butter spray as well, and I'm just going to put those onions on there and get them starting to, you know, saute. So I'll show you what we do while these are sauteing, but I always put these on first. So I'm just breaking them up. And this is optional. If you don't like onions, you don't have to, but I love me some sauteed onions. So got some, and I'm gonna put a little butter spray. It's just that I can't believe it's not butter spray. And let those get all browned up. And then I'll show you what we do in the meantime. Okay, so while those onions are browning, I'm going to measure out my ground beef. So the number of ounces just depends on how many points I'm eating that day. So today I have a lot of points left, so I'm going to do 6 ounces of the Walmart Extra Lean 96.4 ground beef, which is 4 points. So I'm going to take my food scale. I'll have the link to this food scale down below if you guys are looking for one. So what I'm gonna do, and yes, I put the raw meat on my scale, but I wash it every time, so it's fine. So I'm gonna do 6 ounces today. So almost, it's a little over. I like it pretty close. There, perfect! Right on 6. So now what I'm gonna do is I just take a paper towel and I will put the meat on the paper towel. I'm going to take some pepper, some garlic powder, and some pink Himalayan sea salt. And then just mix that all together and get the spices all incorporated in there. I just use my hands. So once this is done, I'm going to wash my hands, and then I'll show you what we do next. Okay, so now all I'm gonna do is take it and split it into like 3 equal sections. It doesn't have to be perfect, mine never is, but just as equal as you can get it. And then I just roll it up with my hand into a ball. And then I just put it on some parchment paper. You don't have to do it on parchment paper. It's totally up to you if you just want to do it wherever. And then I just take something flat and just smash it and kind of do it in a circle. Usually I use a pie dish, but I don't have mine right now. And then it just leaves you with this really thin burger patty. So I'm gonna do that with the rest real quick, and then I'll show you what to do next. Okay, so for my butternut squash, all I do is I throw it in my air fryer, and then I like to spray it with a little bit of Pam spray for the seasoning to stick, and also it kind of browns them up a little bit. So just make sure they're all broken up. I'm going to spray with Pam. I'm going to take a little garlic powder, and you can season to whatever, you know, whatever your taste. I like garlicky. And then some, try to do this with one hand. Oh, it's coming out, it's fine. Some pink salt. So that's literally all I do. I'm going to stick it, gotta plug it in first. Stick it in my air fryer. I'll do 400 for 15 minutes. And then halfway through, I'll kind of take it out and toss it around, and to make sure it gets browned on all sides. But it's super simple. The cutting the squash is the hardest part, and I don't like the pre-packaged, like the kind you can get at Walmart or Trader Joe's. It just doesn't cook as well, and it kind of makes it soggy, so I always like to use fresh squash. But it's just butternut squash, and yeah, I just cut it into little cubes. Over here, the onions are almost done. So as soon as the onions are done, I will show you how I cook the burgers. Okay, so now that I have all my patties flattened out, I'm just going to put them on the pan. And the good thing about them being so thin is that they cook so much faster, so it makes this whole process just so much faster. So now I'm just gonna let them cook just like a minute and then flip them, because like I said, they cook super fast. So I'll show you when I flip them. Okay, so now what I like to do is take my slice of Velveeta and I cut it in half, and I'll just put one on each. I'll do it on this one. And then I'll put the cover, I'll turn the heat off and put a cover over it to let the cheese melt. And that's it. I'll show you guys how I plate it. Okay, so the burgers are done. So what I like to do is just take one, put it on there, take another, just stack them like this. That's gonna fall. There you go. And then what I like to do is put my onions on top. Oh my gosh. It's literally so good. And then, sorry, eating some onions. And then I like to take my ketchup. I just use the Heinz no sugar added ketchup. And struggle bus, squirt it over top, and then I'll put a little bit over here for my squash, which should be done. Oh my gosh, this is exactly how I like it. Nice and browned. So it didn't go the full 15 minutes, but kind of just watch it. Oh yes. Missed one little guy in here, hot. And there we go. So this is my full plate. It is, what did I say? 5 points total. The burger is literally out of this world. It's so good. The thin, I don't know what it is about the thin burgers. It makes you feel like you're out to eat. So, oh my God. Look at that burger and the cheese. Obviously make it how you want it. If you don't like ketchup, don't use ketchup. If you like onions, don't use onions. You can put mustard, lettuce, tomato, whatever you like. But this is my meal. I'm so excited to eat it. Let me know if you guys try this, and I will see you guys in my next video.